All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you to Millcreek Township's municipal building. Tonight is a historical moment for Millcreek Township. We are going to be swearing in 15 additional firefighters that was made possible through a SAFERS grant. If you would, please join with me as we do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next up, I'd like to introduce Russ Moran, who is our fire department chaplain, to give our firefighter prayer.
Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, thanking you for the courage and commitment of these you have called to serve as firefighters. Bless them with strength to face the challenges that lay ahead. Grant them wisdom to make quick and sound decisions in the midst of chaos. May they be a source of comfort and hope for those they serve, bringing reassurance in times of distress. Lord, surround them with a shield of safety as they run toward danger. Grant them courage to confront the unknown and compassion to care for those in need. Instill on them a sense of duty and responsibility to uphold the values of service, sacrifice, and selflessness, reminding them the vital and important role they serve in the community. Lord, we ask for your blessing upon the families of these firefighters. Grant them peace of mind as their loved ones run to answer the call. Provide them comfort during times of separation and assurance that they are not alone. You are always with us. We entrust these new firefighters into your hands, knowing that with you they can overcome any obstacle. May they be a beacon of hope in the darkest hours and a source of inspiration to us all, and may they always return home safely at the end of every shift. Lord, may your presence be felt in every firehouse, every shift, and on every call. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
I want to make some introductions. Really appreciate everybody that came out tonight. We have Chief McCaslin from the Westlake Fire Department, Chief Hesh from Kearsarge Fire Department, John Marstead from our Fire Commission, Scott Height from our Fire Commission. Also, we have Guy Santone from our Fire Commission as well. He's also the retired Fire Chief of Erie Fire. Ted Duncan from Kearsarge, he's also one of our part-timers. Chief DeRosa from Westridge Fire Department. We have the Fire Commissioner Tom Cook from the Office of the State Fire Commission. Chris Carroll from Senator Laughlin's office. Sheila Sterrett from Dave McCormick's office. Ashley Maggette from Representative Mike Kelly's office. Selena King from U.S. Senator John Fetterman's office. And also we have Greg Purchase from Erie Fire Department. I want to thank you all for joining us, for this historical moment. This ceremony is really not just about adding personnel. It marks a step forward in fulfilling the mission of the Millcreek Township Fire Department. We recently completed a strategic plan, and the mission of the Millcreek Township Fire Department is to selflessly serve the community by providing emergency response, fire prevention, and public education. And we will proudly protect lives, property, and the environment with professionalism and compassion. To our members, you're stepping into a department that holds very high standards. It's going to challenge you, and it's required for sacrifice, grit, and growth. It'll be a rewarding job with great pride and a sense of purpose in being someone that the community depends on. Next up, I'd like to introduce our Township Supervisor, Dan Ouellette.
Thank you, Chief. Good afternoon. What a monumental day it is for Millcreek Township. What we have accomplished over the past 19 months is nothing short of amazing. The number one priority of the Board of Supervisors is to ensure the safety of our community. 54,000 township residents count on us every day to do just that. This board recognized the staffing crisis facing the township's volunteer firefighters, and we addressed it head on, realizing that we were just one call away from a potential tragedy, and it was time to act. In 2023, we hired Mike Cliff, our first career fire chief, and our first group of career and part-time firefighters. Today, we are about to administer the oath of office to 15 additional career firefighters, which would not be possible without the $5.4 million SAFER Grant award from FEMA. Shortly, our grant writer, Will Anderson, will speak about that process. What's happening in this township is transformational. A combination fire department is being developed that, most importantly, includes the volunteer firefighters. Their wealth of experience, knowledge of their fire districts, and commitment to this community is paramount. The resources of our legacy departments, including fire stations and apparatus, with the addition of career staff, complete a plan unique to our region. As we move forward, the volunteer career model is crucial to the success of this program. So what does that mean for the future? In just a few short weeks, we will be staffing a fire engine in each of the 4 townships' fire districts 24/7. This also brings something unique to our region because not only are they firefighters, but in addition, they are highly skilled EMTs and paramedics, which means they are bringing the capabilities of an emergency room to every call that they respond to, providing the highest level of patient care possible for our community. We are immensely proud and excited about the future of emergency services in the township and look forward to the continued progress and cooperation of every agency in this program. I want to give a special thank you to Diane Lyons and Sean McClellan from our Human Resources team. What they have done throughout the 6 months process of hiring these firefighters is truly monumental, and thank you for what you've done. We want to thank each one of you firefighters for choosing to serve Millcreek Township and ask that you do so with courage, integrity, and commitment to customer service. And on behalf of the residents of Millcreek, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to have Township Supervisor Kim Clear.
This is truly a monumental day. I want to thank, first off, I want to thank all of you for being brave enough to do what you are going to be doing every day. As Supervisor Ouellette stated earlier, the number one priority of a township supervisor is safety. You are now providing that to the entire township in a way that had not been able to be done before. When the rest of us are running out of the buildings, you're running in. You have no idea how important that is to every resident of Millcreek Township. Thank you for giving us the security that we get to feel when we go to bed at night, knowing that on our worst day, it is you that we're going to see. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Chief Cliff.
Next up, if we could have Ashley from Congressman Mike Kelly's office.
Thank you so much for putting forth your dedication, your effort to want to better not only the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but Millcreek Township as well, on behalf of the congressman. He truly believes that frontline workers are the backbone, what keeps us going, what keeps us safe. You guys are there, as Kim said, to go in as others are coming out. So you continue that safety, continue to put us forward. This grant alone is very monumental. I know that they're going to talk about it a little bit more. Part of my job is to do grants for the congressman, and this grant alone was only awarded to two departments in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and it's actually the 5th highest grant total that was given since 2015. So this is actually very monumental, and you guys are, we're very lucky to have you guys here today, and I can't wait to see what else Millcreek Township is going to be doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, if we can have Selena King from U.S. Senator John Fetterman's office.
Thank you so much for hosting us and giving us the opportunity to speak on behalf of Senator Fetterman, who could not be here with us today. We want to begin by congratulating you, Chief Cliff, on this remarkable achievement and the entire Millcreek Fire Township Department. Earning only one of 2 SAFER grants in the entire Commonwealth is exceptional, and we have to note that Mill Creek's award is nearly 3 times the national average, which makes it even more remarkable. The Senator asked me to pass along these remarks on his behalf to thank you for your work and service to communities across Northwest Pennsylvania. He knows full well that you have difficult jobs. As you may know, his wife, Giselle, is a volunteer firefighter in the Ridge Evers Volunteer Fire Department in Braddock. So he understands the challenges that you face on a day-to-day basis. But he also understands that being a firefighter takes a special kind of character, integrity, and bravery to run towards fires and emergencies. And he knows that if we're serious about protecting our communities in the Commonwealth, he and his colleagues in DC must uphold their end of the bargain and protect you at every negotiating table and also in every budget that we face. So that means standing up for programs like this one today in SAFER, AFG, that you are able to help us. So over the past year, the Senator and our team have partnered with dozens of firefighters and departments across the Commonwealth to help advance applications like this and others for these programs. And since he's been sworn in as Senator, he's fought to protect these programs in the federal budget. Earlier this month, the Senator met with federal and municipal firefighters across the Commonwealth during the IAFF annual conference in DC, and committed to building this work as a ranking member of the Homeland Security and Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, which oversees FEMA. We understand that firefighters and first responders here in Mill Creek recently formed a union, and we can promise you that Senator Fetterman will fight to protect your union way of life for you and your families. We thank you again for this opportunity to be here today. We are committed to working with you and supporting the Millcreek Township Fire Department and all Pennsylvania firefighters, both now and in the future. We appreciate your deep commitment and courage, and we look forward to working with you and staying in close contact. May God continue to bless Millcreek Township, your families, and this department. Thank you.
Next, you'll see Representative Brazzaro's office is not able to make it tonight. They had a family emergency that they were dealing with. So next up, we have the State Fire Commissioner, Tom Cook.
Thanks, Chief. Thank you all for inviting me out to share in this moment. Millcreek Township is to be commended for recognizing a problem that exists across the Commonwealth and taking positive steps to provide solutions to that problem. In the 1970s, Pennsylvania had over 300,000 firefighters. The most recent number that we've collected from incident reports tell us we have somewhere around 30,000 firefighters across the Commonwealth today. That means there are a lot of communities in Pennsylvania that have subpar fire protection. Therefore, that's why this is such a momentous event to be bringing career staff on board in such numbers. Yes, it was made easier by the SAFER grant, but I'm sure the township commissioners would have taken steps even absent the money to try and improve on a bad situation. So thank you, commissioners and township officials, for taking that step. It's not that common across the Commonwealth. To the community, you're to be commended for supporting those efforts, because again, it's not that common across the Commonwealth. For our young firefighters, welcome to the greatest job on the face of the earth. All right? And rather than stand up here and prattle on like the venerable veteran I am, I will just leave you all with the standard fire service goodbye. Hope to see you on the fire floor someday. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next up, I have the privilege of introducing to you guys a close friend of mine and mentor, Will Anderson. We've known each other for years. He actually helped teach one of my very first fire instructor programs. We met early on in the city of Cleveland, going through a bunch of training. Will is a retired assistant chief from the city of Euclid Fire Department, and he also owns a consulting and coaching business that I've had the privilege of working with him. And Will's the one that actually the township contracted with to write the SAFERS grant. So without him, ultimately, this wouldn't be taking place right now. So without further ado, Will, thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening, everyone. Let me begin by saying that I am truly, truly honored to be here. Chief Cliff, thank you for asking me to be part of this. 15 of you are about to raise your right hand and take an oath. I want you to think about that. You will swear to provide your duties with honor and integrity while upholding the Constitution and ensuring the safety of those you serve. This means putting the needs of others ahead of your own. Always. Always. The 15 of you starting your careers with Millcreek Township are thanks to a federal grant that will pay your salaries and benefits for 3 years. The township has agreed to fund your salary and benefits for the rest of your careers after that. This program is the Staffing for Adequate Fire and Emergency Response, or SAFER, as we know it in the fire service. This program assists local fire departments with staffing and deployment capabilities to respond to emergencies and to ensure that communities have improved protection from fire and fire-related hazards. With the enhanced staffing levels, recipients should experience a reduction in response times and an increase in the number of trained personnel at a scene. And given the recent events caused by fires here in Millcreek Township, your appointment is both timely and desperately needed. The amount awarded to Millcreek, $5.4 million, as they said, it was the highest in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the highest in FEMA Region 1, which Pennsylvania shares with Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia, the District of Columbia, and Maryland. It was higher than any SAFER grant in 40 states and the 20th highest in the United States in 2024. While these numbers are impressive, even more impressive that over 4,000 SAFER applications were submitted last fiscal year, but only 191 were awarded, meaning that the national success rate is less than 5%. In the fall of 2023, shortly after he was sworn in, Chief Cliff asked me if I felt Millcreek had a chance for a SAFER award. I told him that given what was happening here, the need to transition from all volunteers to eventually majority paid department, coupled with the vision of the Millcreek Fire Commission and their desire to reduce risk, I absolutely believed that Millcreek Township was a worthy applicant. I was even more honored when Chief Cliff asked me to prepare the grant application and write the narratives in spring of 2024. Let's fast forward to today. I now stand here in front of you all about to witness history in the making for the Millcreek Township Fire Department. For those of you who will take that oath, realize that you will be expected to be everything to everyone on every call you go on. It's not about you. It's about those you're serving, those you're helping. You can only achieve this if you train regularly, you learn always, and you take care of yourself, both physically and psychologically. You need to take care of you so you can take care of them. In closing, the job will have a way of humbling you. This job owes you nothing, okay? But if you devote yourself to it, it'll give you everything. Stay humble, stay focused, stay ready for anything. Good luck and Godspeed to all of you. Never forget those that came before you, their selflessness, their sense of duty and commitment to the community. Use their proud legacy to make it better for those who will come after you. Thank you.
All right, so the moment we've been waiting for, we're going to go ahead and do the oaths. Firefighters, if you would come up, and we're going to line up here right in front, and then Supervisor Ouellette is going to do the oaths. Come on up. Do we have a hand? Okay.
Excuse my back. Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of Millcreek Township Firefighter in Millcreek Township, Erie County, with fidelity. Congratulations.
Our township supervisors, again, thank you, Dan Ouellette, Kim Clear, and Jim Bach. Without your commitment to the fire service in Millcreek Township, again, this wouldn't be possible, so we appreciate your continued support. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is the badge pinning. So we have 15, there's a lot of people. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it in groups of 5. There'll be 3 separate groups. So our first 5, go ahead and stay up here. The rest of you can sit down for a moment. And then for those of you that see your family members of the firefighters, if your family wants to come up, we'll do the badge pinning, which is another symbolic gesture within the fire service. If you want to have your families come up. So to our new firefighters, this badge isn't just something you wear. It's a symbol of trust, sacrifice. You're going to wear it and represent not only yourself, but the community in which we serve. This job isn't easy. You're going to miss holidays. You're going to face tough calls, but you're also going to make a real difference. As you begin your journey, I want to keep in mind of our core values of the Millcreek Fire Department of integrity, compassion, respect, and courage. And also remember, the vision of the Millcreek Fire Department is to be a unified model department that meets or exceeds the best practices of emergency services. While honoring our history, we will continuously improve our capabilities in the community that we serve. If you guys want to go ahead and pin the badges. We can get pictures. If anybody wants to get pictures while we're doing the pinnings. Very good. Everybody get them? You guys can go ahead and sit down. We'll have our next group come up. Families, if you want to come up and join, and you can pin their badges. Come on up. We're going to take lots of pictures. Once you come up, you can go ahead and go right to it. We're going to check for blood later. All right, once you guys get your pictures, you can go ahead and pin the badge. Everybody get it? All right, last but not least, family members, if you want to come right on up, we can get you to pin their badges. All right, once you have your pictures, go ahead and pin. All right. Guys, if you just want to stay up here for a second, we're going to have you all go ahead and come back up and just line up again. You can just crunch in. So to recognize their names, we have Nick Ayers, is a firefighter EMT. Caitlin Bauer, firefighter advanced EMT. Dylan Gamber is an EMT, currently in paramedic school. Ryan Geis, firefighter EMR, currently finishing up his EMT. We have Matthew Henry, who's a firefighter paramedic. Tyler Hickenhill, who is a firefighter paramedic. Matthew Hicks, firefighter EMT, he's currently in paramedic school. Mike Kelly, firefighter EMT. We have Ryan Kennedy, who is a firefighter, just started paramedic school. Timothy Romansky, he's also a firefighter EMT, is just started paramedic school. Ryan Sargent, firefighter paramedic. Joshua Schmidt is a firefighter EMT, is in paramedic school right now. Nate Serafin, firefighter paramedic. Greg Summerson, who's a firefighter EMT. And Jake Wolf, who is a firefighter paramedic. Thank you guys. Congratulations. If you would just stay right here for a second. I'm going to ask anybody who's in the back right now who's currently serving Millcreek Township in a volunteer capacity, can you come in here? Don't be bashful. All the volunteers that are currently servicing Millcreek Township, if you guys can just come on in here. Yeah, you can just stand right up here. You're good. So I want to take a minute to honor the volunteer firefighters in Millcreek Township. For decades, the last 85 years, it was all volunteer. And now that we have the paid staff, it's a combination. But we want to recognize the volunteers who responded to every alarm, day in, day out, and their dedication to the community. Their commitment built the very foundation that this department now stands on. And to our new full-time team, these volunteers carry generations of local firefighting knowledge. From the district geography to the fireground tactics, please learn from them. Train with them. Respect their experience. They are an essential part, as Supervisor Ouellette already talked about. They're an essential part of who we are and who we're going to continue to be. To the volunteers, we're not replacing the tradition, we are building upon it, and we thank you for that. Thank you. To the families, we thank you. Behind every great firefighter is a great family, a support system. These firefighters are going to see all sorts of things in their careers here, and they're going to bear all that stuff and bring it home to you. And we appreciate you letting them come serve Millcreek Township. And we understand that there is sacrifice to everybody's families as well. The fire department's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We never get to close. And with that comes sacrifice with our families as well. So we thank you for your sacrifice to the fire service. I want to thank again some people that really helped make this possible tonight. Dan Ouellette already mentioned it, but our treasurer, Melanie Page, she is going to have an immense amount of work with helping us keep track of all of the payroll and the submittals of the grant. There's a lot of work there. Also, our Human Resources Department, Diane Lyons, Sean McClellan as well. The work that you guys did to make all this happen, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, and we can't thank you enough. Also, Melinda Fleming, where did she go? Melinda, thank you for everything you've done, as well as Emily Dulesky and Chantel Rodriguez, everything that you guys did to prepare for tonight, all the legwork. I can't thank you enough. That really concludes our event here. I thank you again. I welcome you all. We have some cake, coffee, some water. Help yourselves. We're going to have some snacks afterwards. If you want to get any pictures, talk to anyone, feel free. And we welcome, again, I give you Millcreek Township firefighters.
We're going to ask the 15 firefighters to stay up here for a few photo ops.
Thank you.
Tell them.
Yep.
Feel free to go.
Feel free to start enjoying the cake that we have back. The 15 firefighters, we are going to get some additional photos real quick.